gente bella, what's good, what's poppin'? As usual, it's your girl Amara la Negra, and you're listening to Exactly Amara, a production of iHeart Radio. Bueno, ya tú sabes, I'm always coming in with the energy. Hoy estoy más contenta que nunca because, mira, look, no soy lambona, so I'm not here to get extra hyping him up. But the truth of the matter is que he's the shit. He has supported me from day one. He es uno de los más duros en la radio. Ha hecho televisión. I mean, he does it all. And today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the differences between women and men, the way that we perceive the world, and just give a whole bunch of opinions on different topics, and just be very chill, real laid back. I first have to bring in mi amigo, mi pana, Enrique Santos. How you doing, my love?
I'm doing good, Amara. Happy to be here on Exactly Amara. Proud of you and the success that you're having on your podcast.
No, thank you. Let me tell you something. By the way, Exactly Amara exists is thanks to you. You were the one who hooked me up and told me, you know what, you really need to get on board and get it together. That's why I am so grateful. Y bueno, tú sabes que aquí nosotros speak Spanish, speak English, speak lo que nos dé la gana. And I want to, mira que me está llamando el pueblo. Everybody's calling me. Everybody's excited.
You're so popular, girl. Your phone doesn't stop going off. Te está llamando medio mundo. And now that you're pregnant, felicidades.
Thank
and they're twins.
That's
you
right.
got two coming.
One for me, one for you. Mira, es que I'm working a lot. Y ahora como single mother tengo que josear, mi amor. I gotta work hard for the money, como dice esta mujer. Pero
Oye,
mira,
how does that feel? How does that feel that you got a BOGO?
Tú sabes que, first of all, ¿qué es un BOGO?
You know, you buy one, you get one. Buy one, get one free. Excuse me. Actually, when you make the money that Amara makes now, she doesn't know about BOGOs. She doesn't economy shop anymore.
Eso es mentira del diablo, because I still be going to El Balsán and all those things. I go to the thrift store and everything. Nothing has changed. The Google y todo. No. I be bougie on a budget. But
bougie on a budget. I'm going to use that. I
be bougie on a budget. Pero the truth of the matter is, I mean, originally eran trillizos, and I lost one. Y me quedaron dos. And I wasn't even ready for it. I didn't even know I was pregnant till I was like 2 months. Ya y pico, almost 3. So this has been all new to me. I haven't even studied the nursery. I haven't thought about baby names. No sé nada. I don't even know what to buy. How do you do this?
You got all that cool stuff to look forward to. The good thing is you got your mom there that can help you, in the process.
Yes. So mi mamá ahora está parida. You know, these are her babies. It's a new experience for all of us, and we're all super excited. So by the way, as a hardworking woman and entrepreneur, I will continue to do Exactly Amara during birth, after birth, the whole process. Nothing has changed.
Props to you. Is it truly you're planning on being on the podcast live when you give birth?
That could be very interesting. The only thing is que everybody's going to hate me because you're going to hear a whole bunch of screaming. That would be interesting. Mira, quién sabe, an exclusive, a real exclusive. Bueno, mira, Enrique, here goes out of so many questions, because I wrote a little list of things that I thought would be kind of interesting to discuss. How do you think that people handle dating now or relationships after the pandemic? What do you think has been the difference?
Well, the difference is that people, of course, at the beginning, it's like very freaked. Everyone was freaked out, right? You saw people just digitally.
Right.
I think a lot of that has stayed coming out of the pandemic. I think a lot of people are kind of like, es como una entrevista, when you go to a job interview.
Yeah.
But I think people are Zooming or, or they're Zooming or FaceTiming before their WhatsApp video chats before they actually meet in person. And I don't think it's a bad thing because there you can see if actually the pictures that they sent you and all that kind of stuff have been filtered or not. Because now you're looking at the actual video and you can see what the people actually look like when their face is moving with no filter. And I think that's a good thing.
And to see if you also have chemistry. I think that for some reason after the pandemic, yo no sé, mira, it's fucking season. It's fucking season because todo el mundo está preñado. Every single girl that I met, that I know, either she got pregnant and she handled her business, or everybody's having pandemic babies. I think it's fucking season. I think it's, sex season. Everybody's getting freaky. And I think that after the pandemic, for some reason, I feel como que la gente se desesperó. Like, we were stuck in the house for too long. I have to go meet somebody. I have to go, I have to do something. Como que una desesperación vaginal, huevística.
Yes, no, for sure. There's a lot of thirsty people coming out of the pandemic.
Yes, after the pandemic, I feel like people got more freaky. I feel that people got more open sexually, mentally. Everybody wants to explore and try new things and just, I just want to go do it. So, I don't know. I think dating has changed a little bit after the pandemic. What about with the vaccinations? Bueno, la cosa es que contigo no, because you've been in a long relationship, yeah, for like 1,000 years, you don't count. Pero I'm sure that you've heard of people that now in order to like make out or, have sex or whatever, they're like, are you vaccinated?
Oh, of course, and we've talked a lot about it on the show. It's actually called no vax, no ass.
¿Cómo es eso? ¿Cómo que no vax, no ax? A ver, explícame.
Right. So people that they're not willing to hook up with somebody else unless they're actually vaxxed. So before they pull down their pants, they want to see people's vaccination cards. Ain't that something?
Pero eso es tremenda comedura de mierda for me. I mean, I get it. Yes, you have to protect yourself, blah, 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 whatever. Pero why don't you have the same energy to be like, oh, do you have, any STDs? Can I have a card that clarifies that you don't have, que no tienes el culo podrido? Like, do you have anything like that? No. But
have you ever actually met somebody? Have you ever actually met somebody that had el culo podrido?
Oh my God. Not. Let me tell you something.
Yes. Go.
Just between us. Pero que don't tell nobody.
Dale.
Pero mira,
I promise I won't tell nobody.
Or whatever, and he was so fine. And I was like, yes, bitch, you gonna do it. Blah, blah, blah. So then, when he took it down.
No, wait, stop. Rewind. Explain, please. Explain the blah, 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 because I wasn't clear. The going down part was for him, for you. What was that?
I was about to blah, 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 on him.
Oh,
right?
Okay, got it. All right.
I was about to blah, blah, blah. And then when he pulled it down, because okay, that's the warm up. That's how you start. You have to get it juicy or whatever. And entonces when he pulled it down, I was like, wait. I'm not sure.
You hit the emergency brakes?
Something was just not looking right. Maybe it was normal because you know that every ding-a-ling is special and it has its own movement and it's como que artistic. Pero that one, for some reason, my gut feeling was like, don't do it. And after that, it was just como que tenía una vaina rara, like and the top, it was just, I don't know.
Listen, each penis is definitely a work of art.
Yes.
We all have our own Picasso inside.
Correct.
Pero, and they're unique. But if something smelled off,
it wasn't the smell. It was just the way it looked. That I wasn't sure if I should put my mouth on it or not.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So if it looks suspicious, people, if it looks suspicious or if it smells suspicious, don't put it in your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth.
I'm really shocked. I did not expect to come on Amara's podcast to talk about stinky dicks.
Well, welcome to Exactly Amara. Okay, so yeah, no, I didn't end up doing that. But have you ever had an awkward situation ever?
Yeah, come on, it happens to all of us. And then you gotta kind of like play it off. You know what I'm saying? And
how do you play it off?
Well, you can do the whole truquito of the manos, as you know, if you're kind of your hands are kind of going all over the place when you're heating things up, and then you kind of do the thing where you kind of put your hands with the places where they go, and then you kind of like you're scratching, and then you kind of like, and then if something smells off, then you know that, and it's going to be shower sex, or you're just going to have to cancel it.
Wait, do you tell them to go to the shower, or do you cancel it?
No. You never tell somebody go shower. That just wouldn't be right, But if it's a regular BO, we all have BO, of course. And if you've been, you sweat a little bit, maybe you don't realize it. And if that's the situation, just go to the shower, but together, collectively, and you have fun in the shower.
Bueno, if it's my first time, I get that part. But like, if you're already my man's bands, I mean, I've had some funky sex before, so it's fine.
Do you like funky sex?
I do sometimes. Oh my God.
Some people can't, some people get turned on by the odors.
Yeah, como que your hormones y todo como que se alborota sometimes. Like, I don't mind little, sweaty balls sometimes. It's like, I could take it como que, oh, that's right, that's my man. ¿Tú me entiendes? So
all right.
I think that's okay sometimes. Now, there's a difference. You have to know the differences. But anyways, if you go, for example, on a Tinder date, if you're out here on Tinder dates, if you're out here, going on these apps or whatever, and it's your first time, I definitely don't suggest for you to go out here and experiment and explore. You know that during the pandemic, I actually opened a Tinder account for my mom so that she can, I want her to date somebody. And
You're still trying to get her out of your house?
I'm not trying to get her out of my house. I'm just trying to find her a man so that she don't feel lonely. Yeah, no.
¿Y cómo resuelve ella so many years by herself?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've taken her to the freaky store y todo, and she'll be like, no me falta este respeto. But then she'll ask all the types of questions. So, I don't know. I think, is it awkward now? Oh, let me ask you, because, you're very close to your mom and your dad too. Are they ever open with you about those type of things?
No. Like now, more recently, now that I'm older, I me siento más en confianza to say like the jokes and those kind of things in front of her, and she's more comfortable with it, and she opens up a little more. But never that
Never that open.
never that open. No.
No, you think she'll think it's como que una falta de respeto? It's a Latino thing.
No, she wouldn't see it like a falta de respeto. She'd be front with me and comfortable with it. But I feel kind of odd having certain conversations with my mom. Although, like I said, now more open to saying certain jokes that in the past I never would have said in front of her. She's more open también. You know, mom and dad divorced 3 or 4 years ago, so it's the dynamics a little different. But no, I think I might sound weird, but I think I'm more comfortable talking about sex and stuff with my mom than with my dad.
Really?
If that makes sense.
Yes, most definitely. You have a different bond with each one. So you know con quien sí, con quien no. I think that personally, because my mom is my best friend for so long, we just end up, I just like to break the ice so it doesn't become weird later on. So,
but I know you and I have had this conversation about, you being a little frustrated about living under the same roof with your mom and you trying to get freaky and your mom being there and you not being able to be loud and she's not giving you space to get your freak on.
Even to masturbate now. Yesterday, I had to go do it in the bathroom and turn on the water and everything. And I had to be like looking
all by yourself. But I thought you had somebody that was helping you with it.
No. Eso,
no?
He just gave me my babies and I'm grateful for it. Pero tú supiste. It'd be hard. And I know that everybody's like, oh my God, I can't believe Amara's talking like that. But I just feel like, mira, exactly, Amara's a space where we don't have any taboos. Anything is anything. I feel that we're all human. We're all grown.
That's important.
We all do
right. And everybody has these conversations and these thoughts. Maybe they just don't have the platform to talk about it openly or the willingness to do it because they're embarrassed or whatever.
No, don't be embarrassed about your body, about your sexuality. We all try different things. And, I'm sure that maybe there's a listener out there that sometimes you want to get your freak on. And it'd be hard when you have your parents or maybe you have your kids around. I don't know how you do it when you have your kids. Oh my God, I got 2 daughters now. I feel like don't get como una monja.
That's what you have, something that you have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people actually, a lot of married people end up divorcing because of that.
Because of what?
Because they end up distancing, there's the kids cause a lot of friction for them and they end up drifting apart.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Because of kids. That is terrible. So people got to be careful with, and how to balance those things as well.
I need to figure that part out. That's very important because then you end up creating like schedules and it's not spontaneous anymore. It's like every Thursday at 6:00, we have to.
Yo, that's the thing. There's there's people that actually schedule sex.
Is that a bad thing or is that a good thing?
I think it's a dumb thing.
¿Por qué?
I think it's a sad thing. I think it's a sad thing if you have to be in, you get to that level. But I get it. Because people have responsibilities and they have multiple kids and some people have 2 or 3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? And just to make sure that they don't.
Yeah, it's like every Thursday at 7:00, you already know you have 30 minutes to get in. Dale, get off me.
What if you're not in the mood at that moment and instead of 7:00, you're in the mood at 7 in the morning, but you can't, you know what I mean? It's kind of.
It is.
That's a pain in the ass.
That I would love to talk to someone that has those type of sexual, them type of schedules. Do you have a schedule? Because you work a lot too. You wake up early in the morning.
No. I don't. Yeah, but I don't believe in scheduling sex. No, that's spontaneous. It's at the moment.
Okay, and what about if you don't? Because that happens too. When you get so busy, you get so caught up working. By the time you finish, estás cansado, no estás para esa mierda. Thinking I have to be, sexy and seductive. Y toda esta mierda, like I have to shave my legs, my ass, and that's too much work. Like.
Nah, but see, guys are different.
Yeah. Because I'd be like,
yeah, of course.
Like, look.
But what you just described, women, it's like a whole production in order to have sex. Guys, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's true.
And guys are used to it too. And I think ladies overdo it sometimes. Of course, you want to take care of yourself and stuff, but most guys just turn the lights down and bacalao.
That's true. That's true. But with women, it is a mental connection.
But gay sex is different too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like hay una nalga pelúa, it's no big deal.
Yeah, that's true. I fucking love you. That is true. Pero mira. Okay, so wait, because you know that I have my whole list of things and es como que I be all over the place. Because I feel like love and relationship and everything has changed so much. I feel like everybody's looking for it. Shit, I was looking for it. I wanted my fairy tale. I wanted my, mi vestido blanco and my picnics and lemonades and barbecues on Sundays y toda la película and my little puppy and kids y toda esa mierda. And it didn't turn out to be that way. So I feel like I don't know. When it comes to love and relationship, things have changed a lot. Do you feel that because women now are becoming more independent and more like, I'm a boss bitch and I do this, and Do you feel that we're losing that connection? Like we're not having those bonds, those relationships like that anymore?
Well, I think there's a fine line, and I'm all for women empowerment and women doing their thing and giving, we got to give women the respect that you guys deserve and the lane that you guys own. Right. That a lot of people don't and refuse to accept the fact that women can do as much as men can. And some things you guys do a lot better than men do. But we got to accept some things men do better than women and some things women do better than men. And I think women still need to be treated with respect and with love the way, things should be.
However,
but I think, because
sometimes I be feeling like a man myself. Like I'm a lady. Sometimes I want to be treated como que, buy me flowers, dame esto, maréame, lie to me like everybody else does in las novelas.
But you know what? But let me tell you, it's a fine line, and here's where it gets very confusing because I can get it. You want to be a gentleman, right? You want to open a door for a lady. Some people take it to the next level and they exaggerate. What the fuck are you doing? I have two hands. I can open. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I can open the door myself. What are you doing? I was like, I didn't mean to offend you. So nowadays, you don't even know what's right, what's wrong, or how to react because people are just going to get pissed off.
That's true.
Or you never know where you're going to disrespect somebody or step on somebody's toes without wanting or meaning to.
That is true. I feel that we have lost that balance. Women now, we've become so independent and so empowered, which is fine. I love it. I'm one of those women. But at the same time, we want to be nurtured, we want to be loved. I feel that now, I don't know, we como que hay un disconnect ahí. Y los hombres, I feel like men don't want to commit tampoco these days.
Okay. You have let me tell you what's going on too.
There's so many options. Social media.
There's a huge level of intolerance. Number one, people are totally intolerant to other people's opinions, to other people's views. That's number one. And then number two, we got to accept and understand the fact that we have to accept each other. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. You accept me. I accept you. We understand each other. We got to communicate. People don't communicate. We just assume that people understand where we're coming from, or we assume that because what I posted a month ago on Instagram, people are going to know where my heart and where my brain is at and what I want and what my expectations are. So this comes at all levels in our relationships with our significant others, with our parents, with people with their kids. We don't communicate. And I think it's also an attention thing. It's people don't do it on purpose. I think that there's so many things that are competing for our attention that sometimes we forget. You know how many times I assume that I told my work team or I've told my partner or I've told my mom's or my brother something and I realize, and then I get upset when things don't happen. And then I had to tap on the brake and say, wait a minute, I'm an asshole. Right. Because it's my fault that we're having this discussion or that we're in this predicament or this problem because I never communicated. So I think we need to communicate more what we expect of in a relationship. No matter who the relationship with.
And you should do it from the beginning, right? From the get-go, or should you wait a little bit?
Well, when you feel it, that's another thing. These kind of things don't have a manual or, right or wrong, or it's not black and white. A lot of these things are gray. And if you feel a certain way, communicate it. I just think everything in life is timing. And there's a song, remember, an old song, listen to your heart.
I forgot.
Listen to your heart.
That's all I know.
You know that song. It's like an old song.
But it is true. I think that communication is important. I'm one of those. I'm not the best one at communicating. It's a Libra thing. I just want peace and love to the universe, anti-confrontational. And that can also cause you a lot of issues. If you feel something, just say it, damn it. Stop holding your tongue.
What's wrong with it?
And from the beginning, put your cards on the table. Estoy aprendiendo esa vaina ahora. All of a sudden now, since I have these kids, my demeanor has changed a little bit and I feel more focused. And it's like, oye, lo que te voy a decir. I want this. Can you do it? Can you handle it? Yes, no? Okay, pues tumba eso. If we can't figure it out, because I feel like come into a relationship, come into a friendship, come into whatever, obviously, whenever you feel the time is right to have that conversation. Yes. But let them know what you tolerate, what you accept, what you don't take, what you don't. Don't wait till it's too late. Después que ya te tengan preñada. Don't wait till it's too late. To then be like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. Too late. So I feel that it is true. From the beginning, you should definitely talk.
There's a Bruno Mars song for that one too.
Which one?
I should have bought flowers.
Yes.
It's too late, right? After that. Hey, the song was Roxette. The song is back from Listen to Your Heart, 1988.
Yache. 1988.
Yes, these are the from the UK from the.
Okay.
They're British.
I love how you said that's what I love about you. He went and he did his research. I'll give you props
No,
for
because
that.
it can't stay. How many times are you thinking about something and forget somebody's name or a situation or the name of a movie or the name of a song and you totally forget and you're having a conversation with somebody and the moment that person leaves or when you hang up the phone or the conversation, then you remember like, coño.
It's true. Mira, hablando about remembering things.
Do it now. Do it now. If you feel like doing it, do it now.
Coño.
If you don't have an answer, Google it now. Don't Google it later.
Exactly. Smart. Talking about remembering, do you feel that in new relationships, you should bring up the past or ask about past relationships?
No, I think it's a big mistake because you're setting up for failure.
¿Por qué?
You're setting yourself up for failure because you know you're gonna answer something that's either gonna bother you or it's gonna hurt you or it's gonna cause friction with your new partner. So why even ask something like that? And no matter what, and no matter how much they swear to you, you know that person's never gonna give you the right number. They're always gonna give themselves a discount.
I don't know. I almost feel like if you do ask about, past relationships, you can kind of maybe hear certain patterns or certain things that you could be like, well, you're starting to do that thing you said that you did before, that's why you broke up with somebody. Does that matter? No? Just don't ask?
No, you know what happens? Because if you're bringing up past relationships, what type of pattern are you looking to find? You're looking to find what? How he treats women? You're going to know how he treats women the way he treats you.
Bueno, también.
I mean, of course, you're going to want to know if the guy's been arrested for beating people up in the past or if he has, domestic violence past. You definitely don't want to be in an abusive relationship.
Is it weird if you do a background check?
Anyone that's listening that's in an abusive relationship, get the hell out now. Background checks, I know, I find it kind of weird. But if you're out there dating today, I wouldn't say don't do it, especially if you're looking for something serious. Especially if you have kids from another relationship and now it's a new person coming in, you got to know who you're bringing into your house and who you're going to have around your kids, around your family.
Yeah, because there
are, like you said, a lot of freaky and crazy people.
Most psycho people, all the neighbors in La Noticia, every time, ay, fulanito didn't look like he was a nice, no sé qué cosa, like a bad person.
Or you hear stories all the time, they've been married, happily married for I don't know how many years. And then it turns out that the guy is married to 3 other women at the same time and, 2 other continents or something.
Yeah, sounds familiar. Well, I'll tell you this.
Really?
So I'll tell you this. Well,
I wish I had hair to do that.
Well, you could, this is fake. You got to fake it till you make it. I just, I'm saying, boom.
I put some extensions. How much of that hair is real? Before that, when you had the afro, that was yours. And I know a lot of people didn't even believe it. Sometimes you had to pull on it. And some people even accused you of wearing an afro to exaggerate your African roots, your Afro-Latina roots.
I always had to explain it. And I did get to a point where I was like, yes, I do wear Afro extensions because it was hard to keep an Afro perfect, rounded 24/7. Pero now that ever since the pandemic, I decided to start changing looks and I've gone blonde and I've gone red and I've gone long and como que I've had fun y ya me está valiendo madre las opiniones de la gente and I'm just having fun. Pero this one,
good for you.
These are expensive, mi amor. This is like $1,000 worth of hair. God knows whose hair this is.
Wow.
See, mi amor, the hair.
But is that human hair or is that horse hair? It's human hair.
It's expensive. Okay. No, I stopped doing the bootleg ones. Yeah, it's better to do one good investment and just keep rocking it.
And can you change the color of that hair? Can you dye that hair?
It, you can, lo puede planchar, ponerle rolo, anything that you want, and it survives.
Claro.
Es que lo bueno cuesta. That's the thing. Lo bueno cuesta. Ay, Dios mío, bueno, Dios mío. Between one thing and the other, I must admit that I have missed you so much. I have missed you so much. I miss being with you. I want to go back to your radio station. By the way, you have a podcast now too. Hola, my name is. I see that you estás entrevistando muchísima gente. I love the format that you really get to know the person. And preguntas diferentes because everybody I feel like asks the same thing. So when and where can they check out yours?
Hola, my name is. On the iHeart Radio app, every Friday we have a new episode, also part of my Cultura podcast network, which Amara is part of the family también. We are all part of the family. And on Hola, my name is, I like highlighting, sometimes, like you said, same as your podcast, sometimes in Spanish, sometimes in English, sometimes in Spanglish. However, we communicate because we are Latinos that live in 2 different worlds, right? And just hearing Latino success stories for people that have positively affected Latino culture and lifestyles here in the United States or have ayudado a nuestra causa aquí en los Estados Unidos también. And everyone has a story to tell. So we're having a lot of fun being able to sit down and talk with from politicians, people, regular walks of life, some artists as well. But to get them to open up and see what's going on, not only in their heads, but also more importantly in their hearts.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely like that. And if you ever have a guest that's kind of freaky, feel free to send them my way.
You've gotten a lot freakier, girl. Ever since you started your podcast, exactly, Amara, it's exactly what I imagined. And it is not exactly what are the topics that I thought you were going to cover, but I'm loving it.
No, to be honest, we cover all types of topics. Like recently, I just did one about single mothers. I've done immigration topics. I've done colorism issues. I have done domestic abuse. I have done, mental health. I have done a little bit of everything. And then once in a
Very
while,
important.
when I have people like yourself that I know that are open-minded and are fun and are spontaneous and are, just free, I like to enjoy myself and be like, I found one of me. Let's go talk about it. But for sure, if you had any 3-pointers, give me 3-pointers for anyone who's looking to date now in this new era after the pandemic. 3 good new pointers.
Be careful, and be careful.
Bueno, coño. No, you said communication is good. That was good.
No, communication for sure.
Okay.
Communication. Be honest, but you also got to be careful. So communication, be careful.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, don't take no shit. Like exactly what we're talking about. Tell people what your expectations are, what you want, and don't. And that's part. Taking no shit is also part. You want that person to be honest, but you need to be honest as well. So there are people that be hiding kids. People, you got kids. You're going into a relationship. Be open up with these people. Let that look. I'm looking for fun tonight, or I'm looking for someone to pass the holidays. Or I just want someone to take to mom's house for Thanksgiving Day. Or I just want to date you for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, and then I'm going to dump you. Maybe that might not be the intentions. You don't have to get into that many details, but be upfront with people and let them know this is look, I like you. We have chemistry. Let's see where it goes. I'm not looking for anything serious. But I think where people make a big mistake is not being honest and not letting people know. Again, the communication is key. Letting them know what you expect out of that relationship. And that's okay if it's changing. Because you can want something today, and sometimes your heart takes over, and it's something totally different. Or you can find, and sometimes it's unexpected. People how many people don't you know, Amara, that want to have babies?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And guys are different, right? Because guys can impregnate at any age. But
right.
Women, we all know your biological clock is ticking, and you have your priorities, and be it your education or be it your family, or whatever, your work or whatever it is that you're working on.
Yeah.
You have something that's ticking that men don't necessarily have to worry about. So that's a big stress for women. So especially for women, be upfront and say what time it is. Hey, I'm this age. I want to have kids. I don't want to have kids. I want to focus on my career, whatever the case may be, and be honest and be upfront with men. And men need to be more upfront and honest. Same as well. All sexes. Everyone should be more upfront, communicate more of what they want, say what they mean instead of hiding shit. Yep. You get into trouble, and you're only lying to yourself and doing yourself a disservice if you don't accept what you like. If you're a freak and you like, you got a foot fetish and you like smelly feet, just be upfront. Hey, yeah, I mean, you might find this crazy, but I want to suck on your toes tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might be, you'll be impressed. You might love it.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you 1,000%. I do feel that if communication, I think if anything, if we're taking anything away from this conversation today, when it comes to dating, social media, dating apps and all these things, is wherever it is that you're looking for love, wherever it is that you're looking for your significant other, maybe just to have a good time, just have good communication skills. Make sure that you put yourself out there and let people know exactly what you're looking for. Stop lying. And that goes both ways. If, life is too short, don't waste your time pretending to be somebody that you're not. Don't waste your time pretending anything. Just be who you are. Be honest. Be open about it. And like that, you don't waste nobody's time and nobody wastes yours, right? So with that being said, what?
Let's just add one other thing in there. That goes to all the filters too. Chill with the filters, everybody.
No.
If you got your battle scars, if you got your cellulite, you're human. It's okay.
Yeah.
Own it. Own your body.
Hey, I'm going to be one of those now. I had a whole body transformation. I went from, 230, lost 60 pounds during the pandemic, got real, real thin. Me estaba cuidando full. Now,
And a bunch of people criticized you.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, ay, está anorésica, está flaca, está... Entonces, like, if you're chunky, they talk. If you're skinny, they talk. now that my body's going through another transformation, my boobs are growing, my ass is coming back, I'm getting wide on the sides. I'm starting to see a couple of stretch marks on the side. And, my body's going to change. I mean, I'm creating life as we speak. I'm creating two human beings. My body's going to change. And later on, I will be open with you guys on Exactly Amara on all the social media platforms as well, so that you guys can see my new body and then the transformation later on as well. So be part of my journey. Enrique, I love you so much. Enrique Santos, the one and only, as usual. Thank you for all the love and support. Te amo, te quiero, te adoro. Guys, remember to rate us. Give us those 5 stars. Share this podcast with everyone that you know. This has definitely been one of the best podcasts, one of the best episodes I've had. I've had so much fun. And also go check us out. All of our episodes are available if you go to YouTube and write Amara la Negra or Exactly Amara, so you can re-enjoy these episodes. This has been a production of iHeart Radio's My Cultura podcast network. And for more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeart Radio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. This is your girl, Amara la Negra. You're listening to Exactly Amara, and you can check us out every Thursday. Gang, gang, gang.